Hey everyone, CPO here, and in this video I'm going to show you how I cheat at those photo comparison games where you're supposed to see what's changed from one picture to the other. I know this is kind of a dumb video and really has no practical use unless perhaps you have a job doing photo forensics or something like that, or you just really like to cheat at games. But anyway, I actually did have to do this where I had to compare two images and determine what was different between the two, and I thought, this might be a fun video just for the heck of it to show you guys how I would go about doing that process. So I picked one of these puzzle games that you may be familiar with. I remember used to see these in the back of like Horizons magazine when I was a kid. But anyway, they are kind of fun sometimes and sometimes kind of frustrating if you can't really find the differences. So this is how I would find the differences in these two pictures. So the first thing I want to do is use a snipping tool, and I'm just going to screenshot this. And I'm just going to grab both of these in one screen grab and try to get as little extra content as possible. There is this little line in between them, but we'll deal with that. Now I'm just going to copy this. And then I'm going to go into Gimp. Gimp is a free photo editing solution. It's kind of like Photoshop, but it's free and pretty awesome. I'm just going to create a new file. Doesn't even matter. Make sure it's big enough to hold your pictures. And I'm going to get rid of that background because I don't need it. Delete layer. And I'm just going to paste in the pictures I just copied. So with that said, now I'm going to break these out into their own individual layers. And the way I'm going to do that is with a select tool. So I'm going to select one, and I want a little bit of white, and I want to make sure that I'm not actually touching the picture at all, just the white. And then I'm going to do Control X, which deletes it and then copies it to the clipboard, and I'm going to do Control V, which pastes it right back. And then right over here, way over in the corner, I can grab that. You can see here the floating selection. I'm just going to say to new layer, and that way it's basically on its own layer. All right, so now that I've pasted that as a new layer, I'm going to go ahead and hide it, and then I will do the same exact thing to this other layer. I'm just going to select in the white space, not touching the picture at all. In this case, because I already have, this is the last thing I need to do on this, I'm just going to invert this selection, select, invert, and then hit delete, and that will delete everything but what I've selected, sort of the opposite of what we did last time. So now I have just the white space, and I'll show you why that white space becomes important, because I'm going to use the fuzzy select tool, and I'm going to click over here in the white, and then that's going to select up everything outside the picture. And then I can hit delete again, and now you can see we've gotten rid of all of the picture borders. It's just the picture. One final thing while I'm on the layer is I'm going to go in and say crop to content, and that's just going to shrink the layer down to the size of just the image. Now I'm going to hide that one and go back to the other one. By the way, can you spot the differences? Maybe. Same thing, fuzzy select on the white. Make sure you select the layer first, then fuzzy select on the white. Hit delete, layer, crop to content. All right, so now I have two images with no extra stuff. They should be identical. What I need to do now is align them. So I'm going to come over here. Let me go ahead and select none just to get rid of that selection box. I'm going to come over here and right click and choose the alignment tool. I'm going to click and drag over the entire thing so that they're both selected, and then distribute their centers both horizontally and vertically. And boom, that's it. So now they are perfectly aligned. Now, if I hide and unhide, let me make this a little bigger for you. If I hide and unhide the top layer, it's actually pretty easy to quickly tell what's changed, right? You can see them changing and growing. So you could do that, click back and forth. I say let's just take it a step further for fun, and let's do something a little bit different. So now I've got the top layer. What I want to do is come up here and change the mode from normal to difference. And that will actually reveal all the differences between the two images. Now we can take this a step further. I can go look at the other image and see those differences, but I kind of want to highlight them on the image themselves. So I do have this. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and select all of this and then copy visible. And then edit, and I'm going to paste as a new layer. So now I have this black box all by itself here. And I'm going to colorize it because I want to make these colors something that's going to stand out a little bit better on an image. So I don't know, I kind of like these purpley things that are unusual, and I'm going to bring it all the way over for maximum saturation and luminance. Okay. Okay, now that I've done that, let's do this. Let's change that mode from normal to LCH color and get rid of the difference on the other one, and boom, look at that. So now what you have is an overlay that highlights on the black and white image all of the changes that we have in this picture. So there are supposedly 10 changes. So let's see if we can find them all really quickly. Yeah, I see this difference here, this difference here, this difference here, this difference here, there, 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 and there. Is that 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like that. I know, kind of dumb, but it's also kind of a Gimp tutorial if you want to see how to do something like that. So anyway, guys, that's it. Cheat away at these games. Have fun. Or if you're doing photo forensics, here's a good way to identify differences that might be found in an image. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll catch you on the next one.